Having our training trip, canceled was a bummer for sure. It's always nice to go down to Florida and kind of be in the sun and on the beach, and it makes training really hard. A little bit better. And so, the team kind of had to adjust quickly, and we kind of made the decision that, okay, since we weren't going to go down to Florida, what are we going to do? And so we had everybody come back to campus, instead of going down to Florida. And sure, beautiful sunny Cleveland is not quite the same as Clearwater, Florida, but that's okay. The team, we had almost everyone back, which was tremendous. Having to make some and change flights is never easy, and airlines can be a little tough to deal with at times, but overall it went really smoothly. In regards to the training, they did really, really well. We hammered them pretty good over the course of kind of 6 days here on campus, but really, more than the training, it was just kind of their attitudes. They could have come in and just been real crabby and real upset about having the trip being canceled and having to be in Cleveland as opposed to being in Florida, but they weren't. They weren't that way at all, and they handled it like pros, and just like I said, we kept hammering them, and they just kept taking it like champs. So I was really pleased. I think they were pretty dog tired by Saturday morning, and enjoyed kind of a day and a half off before we got back at it again here Monday morning. But overall, I very happy with the training. Probably even happier with their attitudes and their engagement. With what we were doing based on all the issues that we had to kind of work through even to get back here.
I'd say training's been going really well. Obviously, COVID has kind of thrown everything into thrown some issues into the works, because we were supposed to be in Florida, but we essentially have just been training on campus. But it's been really good. We put in a lot of yardage, a lot of work this past week, and I think Doug is pretty prepared us pretty well for the rest of the season. Obviously, we're on the downhill now. I think the second half of the season is a little more exciting because you have UAA's conference and a lot of other big meets to look forward to, like the Midwest Invite too. And just this coming meet up ahead, SUNY Geneseo, I think everyone's really excited. It's been a couple weeks since we've raced, so I think everyone's just looking forward to getting some racing under their belts and just trying to go fast.
I think one of the things that the team has done really well is kind of like adapting to different circumstances that we've been put in, and really like maintaining a positive attitude, no matter like what gets thrown our way, whether it's like our training trip getting canceled and us swimming in Cleveland, or something like that. And I think that's really going to show this weekend, our ability to just like kind of get through anything and really like persevere. So I'm really excited to see how the team will show up this weekend. Obviously, it's an away meet. It's a big travel meet, probably like a 5-hour bus ride. But I think kind of like when like the stakes are high and there's like we're given different challenges, our team really excels. So I'm very excited to see how things are going to go. Like our opponent this weekend is a very good opponent, so we will have to like rise to the challenge. But I think it's a great opportunity for us to swim fast, especially with our season closing up.
It's kind of a mad dash here to the end. We only have like 4.5 weeks before the UA championship. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot to see. There's a lot for our team to kind of work through. A lot of decisions to make in terms of who's going to be on our UA roster and things like that. So there's a lot. Some of these meets, they kind of serve multiple purposes, right? So obviously you want to have competition. You want to have really good competition. Geneseo certainly provides that for us. These meets with them have been really competitive over the last several years. We match up really well with one another, and I fully expect that to happen again this week. I think that dealing with some injuries and things like that we have going on this week, I'm a little kind of up in the air about what we're going to see this weekend, and coming off the week that we had last week. And we're also, going to be looking at, okay, we have to, have some people swim some events to see, if they're going to be on our UA roster, and to see kind of where they're at, right now at this point of the season. And so there's kind of a lot that goes into these meets. But it's a bit of a haul up there. It's an early Saturday morning, and we spend about 4 hours on the bus, and then hop out and try to swim fast and dive well. And that can be really tough to do after sitting on the bus for 4 hours. But we're going to do our best. And I've always kind of had the attitude when we have these long trips and things like that, and have to swim fast, is like the chips are kind of stacked against us, but who cares? And let's go and let's swim fast, and let's prove that you can do those things even when the circumstances may not be ideal. And so that'll be kind of our mindset going into this meet. But I fully expect it to be a really competitive, really tough meet. It always is with these guys. They're always kind of jacked up to swim us. I think that for them, we're one of the last kind of real strong competitions they have for the year, even kind of including their conference championship meet. And so they really bring it for this meet against us. And so it's always a challenge, that's for sure.